Welcome back to There's a Daily Mix. Saturday is National Oyster Day. Ocean Prime is here to show us the proper way to eat them, but also to talk about some other things they're doing with their big seafood tower, everything you have going on here. But I'm going to get in trouble. Again, I love getting in trouble. It's Friday. What's going on? But they say oysters are the aphrodisiac of the sea. Is that right?
Yeah,
Chef?
you could definitely say that. They're delicious. What is there not to love about them, right?
Right, and they go, these are awesome. And what I love is that there's different types, because some people don't like a raw oyster, but you guys prepare them in a couple different ways, don't you there?
Yes, so we carry East Coast and West Coast, and we serve them in a whole array of different applications. So this is what we're actually featuring for National Oyster Day tomorrow, but we have this live all week. So what we have is we have some East Coast oysters here. These are our Blue Points out of Virginia. And then we have some West Coast here. These are Kumai out of Baja, Mexico.
So is there like a West Coast, East Coast kill, a little battle going on here? Is that what goes on?
Absolutely.
So what's the difference between the East Coast and the West Coast?
So the East Coast is going to be a little bit more briny and have like a little vegetal flavor, whereas the West Coast, it's not going to be as briny. And by brine, I mean salt. Okay. West Coast will be a little creamier and have like a little cucumber melon finish.
That's amazing. I never knew that. Everyone just goes, can I get some oysters? So you can actually walk in and go, excuse me, I'd like to have some East Coast oysters tonight.
Of
so
course.
Right?
Yes,
they can
sir.
do that, and then the next night when you're trying to impress her again, like, can I have some West Coast oysters? So is that how you do it?
Yes, sir.
So I love it. Let's talk about this tower right here before we get into tasting. This is really cool. You said what I get to have the pleasure of doing this.
Yeah.
And so what do we have here?
So on the bottom we have our Red King crab legs. In the middle we have a little mix of both East and West Coast oysters, and on top we have our colossal shrimp cocktail. So this is custom built. You can make it as big or as small as you want, but you got to go big when you're at Ocean Prime, right?
Oh yeah. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, keep going.
Keep going?
Yeah.
Oh wow. So this is really cool. And so this is the oyster tower. Pour it all in there?
Pour it all in there.
Pour it all
That's
in there.
good.
That's good?
Yeah.
This is so awesome. This is really cool. That was fun. I was a little kid. This is really cool. So you can get this as one of the main things. But you guys also have steak there too. So people who are maybe want to have a little surf and turf, you could say, right?
Of course, yeah.
So I love it. Okay. All right. Now, the main thing here, what's very important, is shucking an oyster. So for some people that wonder, how do you shuck an oyster? You got to be very careful because you can hurt yourself, right?
Yes.
Okay. So let's see you shuck an oyster for us.
All right, so I have one of our West Coast oysters here. I got a oyster knife, and
Now, hold on. You just said West Coast again. Is there a problem with the East Coast? Well, are you not an East Coast kind of guy here? I just want to make sure.
Funny enough, I actually prefer the East Coast.
Do you? Okay,
Yeah.
but you want to show West Coast. Okay.
I did, yeah.
Is there a different way of opening these too, as you're talking?
You open them both the same exact way. So
Okay.
what you're going to want to do, you want to get a towel or whatever, and you're going to cover it over here. And you see this hinge here?
Yeah, actually, hold on. Can you hold it up so they can see it?
Yeah.
So
So,
all right. So there we
here's
go.
your oyster here, and you got this hinge back here. So that's where you're going to want to go in with your knife.
The
all right?
hinge back there. Okay, can you guys see? All right, we saw that. Okay, and again, you want to be very careful when you do
Very
this.
careful. You want to go down, get a little bite, go straight in, and then you're going to
And then it's going to pop right off.
scrape it back. That
And
comes
there it
right
is.
off. And then what you're going to want to do is disconnect it from the shell and just kind of flip it over, show that beautiful flesh that it has there. You got that oyster liqueur.
Let's take a look there. Look at that. Wow, that's beautiful. Okay, now we're going to eat one. So, all right, which one camera? Oh, there you go. They didn't tell me what camera. There we go. All right. So, okay. So we see that beautiful there. All right. Now let's talk about eating them. All right. How do we eat this, and what do we do?
Okay, so how we typically serve them in-house, they come with cocktail and horseradish and a little bit of lemon. You know, that's the classic way to do it, but
Okay.
we have some really fun ways of doing them. This is a hot application where it's our oyster Rockefeller, so there's a little sauteed spinach and bacon with some hollandaise on top.
Okay.
Here, we have a little fresh lime zest on all of these oysters. This one is going to be our Oyster Royale, where we have some sturgeon caviar.
Ooh.
And then this one here, we did a Calabrian chili lime granita. So granita is pretty much like a flavored shaved ice.
Uh-huh.
And we just kind of put that on there
All
to
right.
order. We shuck these to order. We garnish them to order. So this is going to come out, and that ice is going to kind of melt
On it.
on
All
it.
right. So can I grab one of these right now?
Please
I'm going to
do.
grab one small. I know there's a little limit on here. We'll see what happens. So.
Yeah.
Well, that's a big one too.
It
All right.
is.
So that is very big. Do we have a small? Okay. So now what's the
These
object
ones are a
of?
little smaller.
Should I do that? But they had the caviar on it.
Ah, true.
Right? You want
Yeah.
the caviar. I'm like, I'm going big time. I'm going to do this.
sure.
Okay. So now, what's the proper way of eating them? Do I
just-
slip it out? Is
Yep,
that what you
just
do?
kind of pour it
Pour
back.
it in?
Take it
All
like
right.
a shot.
And then do I bite or anything, or just take it, just swallow it all?
You can take a couple bites and then
All right. Okay. Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah, that caviar adds a real nice touch.
Yeah, that's amazing. Okay, let's talk about how this is going to work tomorrow. Come in, make reservations. What do we do?
Yeah, you can. We accept walk-ins. You can make reservations. One awesome thing is our happy hour from 4 to 6, Monday through Friday. You can get these oysters half off, and we have some half off cocktails as well. So
The champagne, everything there for you. It is Ocean Prime. Tell them where you guys are located.
on High Street in City North.
So really cool. You got to go up there. There's comedy places up there, all kinds of things. But there you are, Chef. Thank you very much.
Of course.
So
Thanks
there
for
you
having
go.
us.